on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It's me again, Mr. Wade. I'm your host of Wait a Minute POV. So, we're going to get some more Black history in today. And remember, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. You know, like, subscribe, sharing, because it is caring. And let's get into the videos. Yeet!
Fire up this funk. Fire up this funk.
History facts most people don't know. The man behind the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. was supposed to be in prison at the time of the crime. On April 23, 1967, James Earl Ray escaped from a Missouri prison in a bread truck. He was in the 8th year of a 20-year prison sentence that he received after robbing a Kroger at gunpoint. After escaping, he was able to travel to multiple states without detection. He went to bartending school, got housing, purchased a vehicle, and even bought a weapon without anyone learning he was a wanted man. He made his way to Memphis, Tennessee on April 2, 1968, and on April 4, 1968, he fired the shot that ended King's life.
You know, I find it funny that James Earl Ray, he escaped from prison, went to bartending school, he got housing and all of that stuff. Undetected. I know that was the 60s and all that stuff, and they didn't have the stuff that they have now. But let's be dead ass honest, dude was sent to do what he did. I don't care what nobody said. He just didn't say, you know what, I'm finna escape prison and go kill Dr. Martin Luther King. Too easy. On to the next.
Plantation owner Oscar Stewart discovered that one of his slaves, Ned, had invented a new cotton scraper. Stewart knew that slaves weren't allowed to own patents, so he tried to patent the item under his own name. He was denied since he wasn't the inventor of the product. Stewart was undeterred and went on to sell the product without a patent and made a significant amount of money.
Well. Isn't it funny? They always got a story of somebody of a different color taking something from a brother and trying to sell it for their own. But he got denied, though, the patent. But he still did it anyway, though, right? And made lots of money off of it. Cold world. Oh, that's America, right? Right. On to the next. Oh.
This is how and why black people were labeled as lazy. Here are 4 black towns that you will not learn about in history books. Allentown, California. Allentown, founded by Colonel Allen Allensworth, was established as a place where black Americans could govern their own businesses and government institutions. Allentown had its own school district, bakeries, drugstores, and the Allensworth Hotel. Agriculture dominated the economy as several black farmers moved into or near the township. The town did pretty well until whites were rumored to damage the water supply and ran a railroad through it. Allentown still exists, but its once prosperous wealth has been decimated. Weeksville, New York. Weeksville was founded in 1838 by a freedman named John Weeks. This area would have been the second largest community for free blacks in the pre-Civil War era. Black businesses, schools, churches, and homes for the elderly were all set up there. Today, the area is known as Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn, carrying the rich legacy of its historical significance. Black Dom, New Mexico. Mr. Francis Boyer established Black Dom, the first all-black settlement in the New Mexico Territory. Here, over 300 black families found a home. Collectively, these families owned 15,000 acres of land. The town included essential amenities such as a blacksmith shop, a post office, and schools. They also grew their own crops, fostering a strong sense of community and self-reliance. Deerfield, Colorado. Founded by Mr. Oliver Toussaint Jackson, Deerfield aimed to create a self-sustaining settlement for black Americans. This flourishing farming community thrived with 40 farms and a 140-acre town site. In 1921, Deerfield's values surpassed $750,000, boasting livestock worth over $200,000 and annual farm production of nearly $125,000. The town featured black-owned gas stations, dance halls, and schools. Black freedmen, please do not let anyone tell us that we are lazy. There is nothing that we have not done, including building our own
land after land after land after land. You see all that land that we had, all those towns that we built and everything, though? You don't even hear nothing about that, though. All of it's gone. Some of it's underwater, some of it's under mud. You know what I'm saying? So it's absolutely ridiculous how they did us back in the day, man. You know, they didn't want us to have shit. But yet and still, though, they was like, people brought us over here. Y'all people. According to y'all books. Because we were already here in America. So Save the larceny and all that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Because simple fact that we know what's real and what ain't. Look at all of those towns just that disappeared. That were just all black schools and everything. It's crazy. But let's move on.
So today, my husband and I made our way to Whitney Plantation, which is about an hour outside of New Orleans. Easy visit at all. What you're looking at right now is what they actually used to carry enslaved people into. This is a slave quarters, and it was built by enslaved people. As you can see, there's a bed, a comforter, not the best living situation at all. And yeah, it was definitely not easy. There was a riot, a turn up, and all of these heads are those who lost their lives. And this memorial was the hardest because it was dedicated to all the children who didn't get to be children and lost their lives on a plantation. But yeah, check it out if you can.
I lived in Virginia for about 12 years, and the cool part about it is I've seen plantations just like that, like firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Never went back, only went once. You know what I'm saying? And the cool part, I saw like black folks dressed in like slaves, and then that shit was just weird to me because I'm like, why would you want to even do that? Talking about it's just a job. That shit sounds so stupid. And you working for a white person on the plantation, dressed as a slave. That shit don't make no sense whatsoever. None. But those plantations are sad though. You saw all those heads and all that stuff, and how the lady that was breastfeeding and all that, she probably was breastfeeding a white baby because that's what they do. And then, you know what I'm saying, they killed all those people just to kill them. Like, we was just nothing. They was feeding them babies to alligators like it was nothing. There was nobody there to help those people. You know what I'm saying? So, it's crazy. But we gonna move on.
Christmas Day in 1875, a black state senator named Charles Caldwell was invited for a friendly drink by a white friend, Buck Cabell. But what began as a seemingly innocent gathering turned into a violent tragedy. Threatened for his political activism, Caldwell defied his wife's warnings and joined Cabell. As they raised their glasses in a toast, a shot rang out, and Caldwell fell to the floor. Surrounded by armed white men, he made a brave final declaration before succumbing to his wounds. This chilling event sheds light on the racial tensions and violence that characterized the era, illustrating the stark challenges faced by black leaders like Charles Caldwell.
Man, you see how cold they did, bro? They did, though. They took him, invited him for a drink. No, not they. One man took him, invited him for a drink. They raised their glasses, and boom, he gets shot over some political shit. One black dude. How many white dudes it was? Nobody really knows. His wife even told him, don't go. She didn't even trust it. See, the wife got the instinct. I wouldn't have went. Real talk. Especially if you know that's like kind of like your rival. Why would you go there? Another tragedy in the world of black folks, right? Right. Let's move on.
We invented the gas mask before we could sit next to white kids. We invented the stoplight.
We already know what we done invented. We done invented damn near all this stuff that they got in America. And the cool part about it is, you know I love saying that, the cool part about it is that white folks have really like taken away stuff that we've invented and made it their own. Probably even offed the person who, you know what I'm saying, was the original inventor. Man, they even offering their own, so it don't even matter. That's how greedy it is. That's why we don't got the water powered cars and the energy savings. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though. But we will never get the props that we deserve unless we make them give us the props that we deserve. You already know what it is. All right, that's my time on this one, though. Thank you for joining me. Wait a minute, POV. I am your host, Mr. Wade, and I'll see you on the next one. Yee!
I only know one way to spend this time.